Typhoon Rammasun or Glenda has left widespread damage across southern portions of Luzon, extending up through the NCR, where this video is coming out of, in the downtown Manila area, where we have seen widespread power outages, especially damage to tin roofs being torn off and blown away. Winds actually reported as high as 65 knots in Manila, just indicating those typhoon strength winds during the early morning hours out here. Thus far, one casualty has also been reported in northern portions of Samar, down there towards the south in northern Visayas, where an electric pole fell on a 25-year-old lady, but also many people are still missing as a storm system pulls off there towards the northwest. So a very dramatic and ongoing story continuing out here. As far as Manila is concerned, though, the good news is that we are starting to see this storm system pull away and off there towards the northwest, but it really tracked across a very densely populated area out here in the Philippines, first making landfall around the Albay region here on Tuesday afternoon, going through the evening hours right around 1800 Philippine Standard Time. It tracked across many of these inland cities, but then eventually out there passing directly over Cavite City as a still very strong typhoon, now moving out across the Manila Bay area and pushing just towards the west of Subic Bay. Still packing winds, at least at this time, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency, of 139, gusting up to 194 kilometers per hour. Expected to re-intensify as well as the storm system tracks off there towards the northwest, eventually impacting those of you across Hainan as we look ahead into the next 48 to 72 hours, making landfall by Thursday morning time, or actually Friday morning time frame, that is, across Hainan, and then eventually impacting those of you into Vietnam. So a lot going on with this storm system today. If you have any questions, please let us know. But if you have any photos or videos you would like to share with us, please post that on the Facebook page. Really appreciate all that feedback you guys give us. A lot of this information I'm receiving now is from photos and videos and on-the-ground reports people have shared with us directly from Manila. This video actually coming out of Cavite, one of our friends out here just sharing this footage as the storm system pushed overhead right around 10 a.m. Philippine Standard Time. So where's the storm going next? Well, let's talk about this as it does track off there towards the northwest. Remember the high pressure ridge we actually were looking at earlier this week that was keeping it farther towards south, and the one reason why it didn't recurve towards the north like we saw with Nauguri? Well, in this case, this storm system also is going to have a similar effect, pushing across the South China Sea. Actually, what we are going to be seeing out here is that high pressure ridge still in place. This is that area of dry air just over parts of Okinawa, very hot and humid out here as well, even extending over towards Taiwan. While our storm system right here pushing across the Philippines, that high pressure ridge continues to remain in place. It's not until it gets back off here towards the west when we're going to start to see it give way at least a little bit. The rainy season front just off here towards the north, that's going to pick it up and allow it to recurve. But I do think it's probably going to move right over Hainan and eventually over towards northern portions of Vietnam. As far as Hong Kong and Guangzhou is concerned, the same thing for Macau. I do think it's going to actually track well south of you. So that's some good news there for you. I know a lot of people out here are concerned around the Hong Kong area. Likely that high pressure ridge is going to remain in place, and you should see our storm system really just past there towards the south, create a lot of waves. Some of the outer rain bands very well could impact those of you out here. But I think for the most part, it does look like Hong Kong's going to miss the worst of this storm system. So it's an ongoing situation. We're still looking for more video out here as well back towards the east. Videographer James Reynolds, who was caught up in the middle of the storm system in Legazpi, he reported earlier on today of the structure he was in, took some significant damage. He'll be releasing his video. You can follow him at Earth Uncut on Twitter, at earthuncut.tv. So this is a lot of information to digest here, everybody. Thanks again for staying with us here at westernpacificweather.com. One other thing before I let you go at this time period, we are still, of course, continuing to watch Rammasun out here, or Glenda, as it does push off there towards the northwest. The good news is by Thursday or Wednesday afternoon, the winds are going to be tapering off out here in Manila. Already starting to see them slowly calm down. I think by Thursday morning, conditions will be improving. But as you can see here on the screen, we can't ignore this. There is another low developing ECMWF model really kind of spinning this one up. It's following right in the tracks of Rammasun. It's not just the ECMWF, which you can kind of see it circulating over here towards the east. GFS as well. I'll go ahead and show you this on the Wonder Map platform. GFS as well is showing something developing in the tropical storm status category. This would be making landfall on Sunday into Monday if this was to occur. Right now, just keeping an eye on it, still giving this kind of a small risk of development, but if we go out in the next 24 hours and models really continue to indicate and we do start to see that circulation spinning up and the genesis phase follows through, it could be our next storm system. So a lot happening with this. All right, guys, I'm going to put out another update probably in the next 2 hours, so stay safe out there, and thanks for watching.